Hello everyone, today I'm bringing you a review of another Bluetooth speaker. That speaker is this one, the VTIN Q1 Bluetooth speaker. Now as you can see, it fits in the palm of my hand. It's pretty much about the size of a softball. Very lightweight, and let me do this too, it's actually pretty skinny as well. Maybe about 1.5 inches or so, something like that thick. So it's not bad at all. Now this little speaker delivers 8 watts of power, and when you turn it on for the playtime, if you're at 70%, you get about 10 hours. When you turn this up fully all the way, I actually got about 7.5 hours. Now that's with this turned up all the way. And it only takes about 2 hours to charge it, and it contains a 1000 milliamp hour battery inside it. Now it does run Bluetooth 4.2, and I noticed about 31 feet when I'm walking around the house, I started noticing in some areas a little bit of signal loss, but nothing really major. And you can take and make phone calls with it. Now, the person I was talking to said they heard me just fine. I heard them just fine. But I'll be honest with you, I have not found a Bluetooth speaker, set of headphones, or earphones that sound just as good or better than just putting the phone up to your head. But you can easily take and make a phone call with this with no problem. It does have an SD card, or I'm sorry, a micro SD card slot in it. So you can put all your tunes on there, you can put your podcasts or your audiobooks or a combination of all of them onto that card, put it in there, and just away you go. And you do get an 18-month warranty on this nice little speaker. So, the other thing you get inside the box, you get 2 more items. You get a nice small little micro USB cable. It's probably about 8 inches long, something like that. Not bad. And you get a suction cup. Now the suction cup is, say you wanted to have this inside your shower. Well, you put the suction cup either on the door, because some of us have glass doors, or you can put it on any smooth surface inside your shower. Now, before I go any further, let me talk a little bit about that. If you are going to use the suction cup or any suction cup in your shower, whether it be on the door, tile, or whatever the smooth surface may be in your shower, make sure you clean that surface very well. Get the scrubbing bubbles, get some cleanser, whatever, clean it, rinse it very well. Gotta do the same thing with the suction cups too, okay? Because if you take it straight out of a package, whether it be this one that comes with the speaker or if you buy your own, there's still residue from the manufacturing process on it. So make sure with soap and water you clean these and rinse it very well. If you're really paranoid, do what I do. I take a rag, a clean one, and I put rubbing alcohol on it, and after I clean this with soap and water, I would rub the alcohol on it and let it air dry, and then on the tile of my shower, I do the same thing. Once I clean it, then I take rubbing alcohol and I rub it on it and let it air dry. I want to make sure there's as little residue as possible because I want the suction cup to stick on that surface for as long as possible. Just remember, when you put it on there, this weight is always going to be pulling on the suction cup. What that means is eventually the suction cup will release from the wall on its own. That's just natural physics. It's not going to be up there permanently unless you put a dab of glue or something in there and then stick the thing to the wall. I don't recommend that, by the way. So I would say probably once a week or every other week, take the thing off. If your bathroom is dirty, if your shower is dirty and you're cleaning it, do the whole process again with cleaning the tile, the alcohol if you want, so resticking this back on there, okay? So make sure that your surface is absolutely clean before you, and make sure your suction cup is clean before you attach this to the wall or to the door or wherever you want. Heck, if you want to put it on a necklace and wear it around your neck, that's fine by me too. Now, one of the things I'm going to do, going to turn it on. Okay, now that the speaker is turned on and you can see the light on, if it was flashing, it means it's needing to be paired. If it's a solid white button like or color like that, that means it's already paired. Let me just give you somewhat of an example of how it sounds. Now this is turned up all the way on the speaker and my device. Okay, by the way, both of those songs were off the YouTube Music Library, so I won't get a copyright strike. At least I hope not, anyway. Let me turn this off. Now, in order to use the buttons, a quick press on either the plus or the minus controls the volume. If you want to skip a track, forward or backwards, you do a long press. Okay? The sound of this speaker is very well rounded. It's, how can I put it? It does have bass in it, okay, but it's not a bass heavy speaker. One, because it has that IPX rating on it, and there's no bass ports. If there was a bass port in here, the bass would come out a lot deeper and richer, but the bass is there. It's not muddy whatsoever. It's very clean. It's very punchy. The speaker overall, I'm going to have to say, is more mid-range than low end. What do I mean by that? Well, it's very crisp and clear in the audio. You can really hear the cymbals when they hit, whether it crashes or if they're barely tapping on it, you can really hear that. You can really crystal clear hear any vocals coming out of it. So that's what I mean by it's very mid-range. The mid-range really truly punches through. It's very dominant in this speaker. The high end is there, but it's like just underneath the mid-range. It's not overpowering whatsoever. It's not tinny. It's not going to pierce your ears or anything like that. But it is there. It's very pronounced. So the audio that this little speaker, I'm just going to say shower speaker, the sound and the audio is very well rounded. It's a very enjoyable listening experience. Now, if you're a bass freak, meaning like, you know, you want that very deep thumping bass, you're not going to get it out of this. Okay? But if you just basically want some good music with a very good sound in while taking a shower or hiking, and this speaker is for you, okay? Now, one other thing I'd like to mention. I turned the speaker all the way down, and then I turned it all the way up. There is my count. It's not VTIN's, this is my count. I counted 16 clicks from dead silent to all the way up max volume. Why do I do that? Well, it's very simple. If I want to listen to something at, say, 50% because I want to save the battery, you know, make it last longer, I know that it's only 8 clicks. Boom, boom, boom. 50%, I know I'm going to last longer. If I wanted to have it on to 70%, boom, boom, I click it a couple clicks more, and I'm there at the 70%. You do the math. Overall, am I going to recommend this speaker? Yeah, I do. Like I said, if you want to have it in a shower, just sitting outside, if you're going for a walk, jog, taking your dog out for a walk, you don't feel like putting on headphones, earphones, or whatever, this is great for that, because you can even just put a little carabiner on it, or carabiner, however you pronounce it, and you hook it onto your belt. can hook it onto your backpack. Wherever you'd like to have it hooked up, you can definitely do that. For the price, it's not a bad deal whatsoever. It's a nice little budget speaker that delivers a very well-rounded sound to it. And for it being a shower speaker and this small and the waterproof rating, the bass was pretty surprising for me. I actually didn't expect the bass to come through as good as it did. Now I know I kind of gave you that quick music sample, and it's not really a good way to judge how well this speaker sounds. Mainly because YouTube compresses this video. The audio and the video itself, it's all going to be compressed. Then you got to almost decompress it in a way, in a small way, to your computer. And you may be listening to it through the laptop or your desktop speakers. You may be listening it through $10 earphones or headphones, or through a $1,000 set of headphones. I don't know. So everybody is going to get a different sound. Some people may look at it and say, hey, for this little speaker and the price, it's actually a great sounding speaker. Then you're going to have the people going, oh man, that thing just sucks. You want to know the honest to God's truth about any audio device that's reviewed here on YouTube. I don't care if it's a Bluetooth speaker. I don't care if it's a $10. If it only costs $10, I don't care if it costs $10,000. The only true way for you to figure out how well or how bad any audio device sounds is for you to hear it in person. So, you can do one of a few things with this. Order it through Amazon, charge it up, listen to it, send it back if you don't like it, or keep it. Or if you can go to a store, like say Best Buy has a lot of things on display where you can listen to stuff. That's the best way for you to be the judge. I mean, yes, us content creators do give you a very general and good, concise idea of what something's going to sound like. But it does boil down to you, the person who is actually going to buy this and listen to it. I may love this speaker. You may hate it. That's what it boils down to. So you have to be the judge. And I'm going to have a video about audio and how audio is actually subjective. But I'm not going to. I said enough about that already in this video. Keep an eye out for a video about audio, okay? And like I said, the VTIN Q1 Bluetooth speaker is definitely worth the money, and I highly recommend it. Until the next video, you have a fantastic day.